welcome to the Tower's take on Brexit. Our aim is to get you up to speed on this thorny issue in 4 minutes. So, what on earth is going on?
Well, back in 2014, then Prime Minister David Cameron promised the British people a vote on whether or not to stay in the European Union or leave.
The area in pink shows the 28 countries that are in the EU.
On the 23rd of June 2016, the people of the UK made the decision by referendum to leave the EU.
Over 33 million adults,
72.2% of those eligible to vote
over the age of 18 voted, and the result was extremely close, with 51.9% of the vote for leave and 48.1% for remain.
The PM had campaigned in favour of Remain, so felt he had to leave his post following the result by Mr Cameron.
The new PM, Theresa May, took over.
She triggered Article 50, the rule that set in motion the process for the UK to leave the EU by the 22nd of March 2019. Yes, that's right, a date that's already been and gone.
Mrs May felt buoyant in a new role and decided to hold a general election. However, following this, her government did not have a majority in Parliament.
Mrs May put forward her deal for leaving the EU to Parliament. It was rejected, mainly due to Irish backstop. More of that later. The EU gave Britain an extension for leaving. The new date was the 31st of October 2019. That's right, it's Halloween and it's almost here.
Without the support of Parliament, the PM felt she had to go, so it was bye-bye Mrs May.
So why has it all taken so long? We need a bit of background information on this because it's all so complicated.
Well, there are 3 million EU citizens living and working in the UK for starters, and 2 million British citizens living and working in the EU. What will happen to them?
Secondly, one of the reasons the EU was set up to make trade between European countries easier. This is called the single market. If we aren't part of the single market, what will happen to our trade?
And our laws. At the moment, the UK and EU laws are very closely connected. Many of our laws are EU laws. What will happen to those laws? We have to decide what we will keep and what will go.
The cost of leaving the EU is very high. It's estimated between 33 and 36 billion pounds. The initial bill was much higher, but even now it's still a huge amount of money.
And then there's the Irish backstop.
The what?
Northern Ireland shares a border with the Irish Republic. Northern Ireland is part of the UK, the Republic is part of the EU. What will happen to the border?
The border is 310 miles long. People cross it every day to visit family, go to work and do business. Crossing the border is easy because both countries are members of the EU.
A hard border like the one between the USA and Mexico could lead to all sorts of delays and other complex issues.
That's where the Irish backstop comes in. The backstop is a fallback position which can see Northern Ireland continue to follow some of the rules of the Republic of Ireland and the rest of the EU in order to keep the border more open.
So, after the departure of Mrs May, Boris Johnson became PM with all the same difficulties to face.
He had campaigned in the referendum to leave the EU.
He said Britain will definitely be leaving on October the 31st, even if there is no deal. Leave means leave. However, a group of MPs believe this should not be a sensible thing to do and are trying to find a way to prevent the UK leaving the EU without a deal.
What could a no-deal Brexit mean? Well, it could mean increased trading costs, border controls, transport problem with the EU could be difficult, some medicines mean short supply, other people say it's exaggerated and won't be as bad as people think.
MP Johnson decided to probe Parliament,
but many MPs objected.
and the Supreme Court said proroguing was unlawful.
So what's next? The House of Lords said the Prime Minister must ask for an extension rather than no deal, but the EU might not give the UK extension, and the PM says he won't ask for an extension anyway. The government wants an election, but Parliament voted against it. Some MPs want a referendum, others don't. And so the saga continues.
Will we get a deal by the 31st of October? We'll just have to wait and see.
Thank you for joining us on the Tower's take on Brexit.